Ballyere Galera Recorder, welcome to Doneraile on this the 16th of September for the North Cork Hurling Final and the pairing everybody wanted, Charleville and Dromina. As you join us, Killavullen are just going off the field having won the O'Leary Cup. It's Charleville's first final since 1998 when they went down to today's opponents. Interestingly, they have won only 3 finals, 70, 74 and 86. 70 when captained by Jackie Hanley, 74 captained by Ted Kiley, and in 86 beating Clyde in a memorable match at Buttevant. Expectations are high today that they can bridge a 15-year gap. Coached by the man who led them in 1986 and also who won an All-Ireland club medal with the famed St. Finbars in 1975. The shy and unassuming Tony is joined by Mark Sheehan, who was full-back in 95 against Kilworth, and Mark Doyle, who played both hurling and football with the club for a long number of years. His wife is expecting, so if you see anyone leaving Doneraile in a hurry, it's Mark. The only remaining link with the 86 team is Pat Herbert, who was a sub today. Charleville got to the final following good wins over Newtown Chandram, Kilworth, Castletown Roach and Fermoy. In sharp contrast, this is Dromina's 4th final in a row, having won in 1998, beaten by Fermoy in 99 and winning again in 2000. They are bidding to become the first side since Shan Bellamore won back-to-back titles in 1996 and 97. They appeared in 8 finals between 1981 and 1998, losing 6. Having won the North Cork last year, they were defeated by Ballinhassig in the county semi-final. They are trained by Newtown man Phil Noonan, who himself was a selector with Cork earlier in the year. A big crowd is present here today. Charleville are forced to make changes following their semi-final win over Fermoy. The emigrated TJ Crowley means a change at full-back, with Desi Fitz, who won an All-Ireland Colleges medal with St. Coleman's, taking over the full-back position. And that's going to be a very interesting duel with himself and Joe DeLee. Claude Goff, after many hours travelling due to the atrocities which happened in the United States during the week, is in the half-back line. Into the side at midfield comes John Collins, who was captain of the under-21 side, which defeated Kilworth in the North Cork final in 1997. The side is captained by Mervyn Gamble, whose father Billy won medals in 70 and 74, and whose brother Paul is half forward. We had brothers again in 86, the O'Shea's, Kevin and my brother Paul. Two of our most experienced players are in the full back line, Tony and DJ. Both have played for the past 11 seasons, but strangely both are only playing in their 2nd North Cork final. DJ missed the 95 final and Smith, strangely, was only a sub in 1998. At the moment, the Fermoy Pipe Band are giving us some entertainment. The Thomas Kent Pipe Band are giving us entertainment as we Dromina are out on the field, limbering up and pucking around as we await the arrival of Charleville. As we look on the field, we see our selectors making their way towards the dugout. It's a ploy Tony has always done in the past, leaving just the 15 players with Mervyn to have the last few words with the team. A few stalwarts coming on, a few troublemakers. You're grand. Keep going now.
Drive on. Drive on.
They are also joined on the line by Mick O'Connell and Desi, Billy O'Brien, who are the football selectors, and also who gives a great help out always, and is the John Kidd Cronin of our team, is Ozzy Lambert. And also representing Kavanagh's of Charleville is Tommy Healy, and the smiling Jim Callan I see down there as well, my neighbour. We'll have to mention him. I am joined here in my commentary position here today by Matthew O'Callaghan, and you're very welcome, Matthew.
Thanks, Kevin. And I'll shut up for a few minutes now while the public address are going on, and we might have a few remarks to pass then, perhaps.
Dromina team in goal with the book team. Right cornerback, Doneraile top to stay. Fullback, and left cornerback, Charleville.
The Dromina team has been called out over the public address as we speak. Centre back, Liam Hayes, number 6. And left half back, Ger Hayes. Left half back is Donald Morrissey, number 7 there. Andrew O'Shaughnessy and John DeLee. Number 10, John Hayes, John Hamilton, James Hamilton, Ger Buckley. Pat Hayes, full forward Joe DeLee, and number 15, Richard Morrissey. Charleville, Martin O'Keefe. Number 2, Tony McAuliffe. TJ Crowley. No, it isn't. Desi Fitzgerald, wearing number 9, DJ O'Connell. Noel O'Keefe. Centre back, Alan O'Connor. And left, Claude Goff. Midfield, Brian Foley and John Collins. What number? Paul Gamble. Centre forward, Martin Ahern. And left half forward, Thomas Fitzgibbon. PJ Cops. Full forward and captain, Mervyn Gamble. And number 15, John Quinlan. That's the way they're lining out. Matthew, there's a lot of tension around, there's a lot of excitement, expectations are how. Charleville have enjoyed a very good season. What way do you see it going?
Well, Kevin, as you say, just about this moment now, I know how the players are feeling. I played in 2 finals myself, 70, 74, and was involved in selecting 86. And I can tell you that all of those guys have got butterflies in their bellies at the moment. But one thing about Charleville this year is that they seem to have matured a lot. They seem to be quite relaxed before the game and all of last week. Hopefully it augurs well. They realise that the hopes of the parish, obviously their own hopes, the hopes of their parents and families, rest on this. It's a big day for the club. Now all we can do now is wish them the very best. We know that they're good enough. Let's hope they produce their very best.
Thank you, Matt, for those comments. And I reiterate what Matt has said, and we're fully behind them and hoping for a victory. Dromina have been their bogey team over the past couple of years, but expectations are high this year. We've had good wins. Tony seems to have brought a maturity to the team, and they are hurling very well. They're in a huddle now, and Mervyn obviously is taking command. Last minutes of encouragement. They have a plan. They know what to do. Open it out. Hurl. At the other end, then we see Dromina getting their photograph taken. It's a big day. It's a big occasion. Now, Cork final day is always a big occasion. It's the showpiece occasion of the year in the Avondhu division. The winners of this game meet the city champions, who are the famed Glen Rovers, who came out of the city, and that game is fixed for Saturday week. Ozzy, Tony and the boys now making their way over to the sideline. Everything is in readiness for the start of what we hope will be a very entertaining game. It's a nice day. I know there's a breeze, but the sun is out, and there's a big crowd here in Doneraile, and full credit to Doneraile. They have everything, the parking arrangements, everything is top class.
Kevin, I'm sure the players now just wish that the game would start, that the ball is thrown in, and that they could get the job underway. At the minute now they're lining up for their customary pictures to record history, we hope.
Yes.
And then they will take their places behind the Thomas Kent pipe band for the parade for the game. I wish them the very best. They're fit and they're eager to go. A huge air of expectancy about the grounds here today. The grounds, which, as you say, are in immaculate condition, and a full credit to the Doneraile club. I see Tony here on the sideline now, beginning to get these selectors and his cohorts into their positions, getting everything in readiness. Tony's a stickler for administration and a stickler for getting everything under control, have everything ready on the day, leaving nothing to chance. He's now in a huddle there with Mick and Willie, the two football selectors, two supremos on the football side of things. Jim Callan, I see, is already clapping his hands and spitting on his hands. He's expecting great things. And now there's the parade of teams before the games. We're down to the last mile, lads, the last furlong, and we'll be starting very, very shortly. And you can feel the pride out here, those guys in there. The 30 players, they're obviously under a lot of pressure. They're feeling very tense at the moment. But I can assure you that Mervyn is leading his team very proudly around the pitch. It's a great day for them. Great day for both teams. And may the best team win as long as it's Charleville.
Yes, indeed, Matthew. It's a part of the occasion. I always like being in Croke Park or Páirc Uí Chaoimh. I think the parade adds great colour and excitement to the thing, and it's lovely to see the band now making their way around into the centre of the field and coming over to this side of the field. Hi. And the crowd's still pouring in. We have a capacity crowd here today, which is great to see. They've come from North Cork, they've come from all over the place.
I suppose, Kevin, the crowd has been slightly limited, I suppose. Cut back a bit, even though I suppose there's 3,000 people there. It's been limited, I suppose, by the fact that there's also a final in Doneraile today between Fremont and Kilburn, and obviously you have the under-21 holding a final in Thurles in Limerick, Wexford. So that takes a little bit from the crowd probably, but it's a huge crowd nonetheless. Just have a look at that there, fellas. Have one look at those two teams and they're parading the 100th team. You know, they're talking about hurling, nothing else. Hurling is not just a game, it's more than a sport, it's a way of life, it's a culture, it's a statement of who we are and what we stand for. And those guys in there at the minute, they feel so proud, and rightly so. And may they have a great day.
What changes there, Matthew? Lift that back quickly. Just as they're going down along there, Mervyn leading them, Noel O'Keefe, Tony, Desi, DJ, John Collins at midfield wearing number 8 and bringing up the rear, the joker of the pack, John Quinlan. But today it is the serious business of trying to win the North Cork Championship. So they've completed the circle and done the ring. They now come back down and they'll get back into their positions. A big cheer. They break away. It looks to me that what way are we playing, Matthew? Dromina are gone back into the familiar huddle again. Mervyn calling his players again. It's tactics, I think, and Charleville are doing likewise. We'll know in a few minutes. There is going to be a minute's silence for the people of America and the terrible atrocity which happened on last Tuesday, the 11th of September, and flags are at half-mast, and we echo our sentiments. Could hear a pin drop during that match, which is great respect.
Only to be expected, Kevin. Only to be expected. I mean, it was a terrible atrocity. And now I think we're standing ready for our national anthem. And as Kevin has mentioned, all the flags in the grounds today, the American flag, the Doneraile flag, national flag, are all at half-mast. Now the crowd stands to attention for our national anthem. Now, at the first half, Charleville playing with the sun to their backs, and I suppose they have the benefit of the slight fall that's that's on the pitch and the strong breeze as well. And our fellas were practically ready to rumble. David Farrell is calling the two captains together, and within moments, 8 months, I would presume for both sides of hard work will come to fruition. And as I said before, let's hope for a great game of hurling. And may the best team win, and may that team wear red and white, the red and white of proud Charleville.
Thank you very much indeed, Matthew. Yes, the trimmings are over, the pomp and ceremony is over, we're down to the serious business. There's a lot of shaking hands going on there at midfield. Brian Foley and John Collins, Andrew Shaughnessy and John DeLee. Players all gone back into their positions. Joe DeLee gone in there, and the 2001 North Cork Hurling final is on, and it's Dromina who first get into an attack up into the full forward line, and that's Desi Fitz playing in his unfamiliar role of full back, getting that one out. Desi, of course, won a Harty Cup medal earlier in the year with the famed St. Coleman's. Charleville going into this attack, and that's down towards, and that's the first wide of the game. That one hit in there by Martin Ahern, who's playing on the 40 today. Martin had a great game in the semi-final win over from Oi. First puck out for Brendan Buckley. Charleville have the aid of the wind in the first half.
I have, Kevin, you know, even that ball not gone wide, you know, those balls cannot be going wide. That ball hopped 15 yards off from the end line. They just can't be wasted like that.
First 10 minutes, first 15 minutes will be a very much a sorting out period. We're waiting here in midfield. John O'Shaughnessy. That's a long puck out by Brendan Buckley. Down into the half-back line. That's Noel O'Keefe gone up there for that one, and that's a Charleville ball. That ball went off John O'Shaughnessy.
Come on, Paul! Come on, Jackie, boy!
Who's been taking it? It's Noel O'Keefe who's going taking this. Noel, whose father, Jimmy, of course, was on the great Kilmallock 3-in-a-row team there in the early 70s. He works in Golden Vale, where his boss is none other than Donal Ford. That's John Collins there in midfield. John, who is back into the side here for today's final. The ball won there by Liam Hayes. Liam, who picked up a nasty injury in one of the earlier rounds, and is also a member of the Cork intermediate side. Ball breaking forward here, and this is Ger Buckley. This is Joe DeLee, the full forward. First. And that's after getting that's well got out there by Martin O'Keefe. Out to Tony. Tony Smith. Smith is he's affectionately known as. And that's a great clearance out here, out into the centre of the field. Out to Paul Gamble. Paul Gamble goes up for that one. And it's a Charleville ball gone out over the wall. Dromina looked forward. Joe DeLee looked forward, Matthew, that time. We were lucky that there wasn't a score.
We were lucky there, Kevin. A little bit of butterflies perhaps in the full back line and the goalkeeper in the first few minutes, but nevertheless he did his job. The goal has been kept intact and a great clearance won by Paul here on the sideline. bit of jostling now between Paul and his opponent here in front of us, but that's only a little sorting out matter, no problem about that.
Andrew Shaw. Dromina getting ready to take this ball. And this is Doneraile Morrissey, who is coming to the side at halfback, standing over it. Of course, Dromina looking to put 2 titles back to back. It hasn't been done since Shanball Moore done it there in the early 90s. That ball hitting there by John Daly. A nice long ball, but the ball goes wide, and we still await the first score of the game. Players get back into positions. Johnny Collins looking for Hurley. I hear Tony down in the line. There's a little bit of tension. It's early moments yet, and there's a huge crowd here. Martin O'Keefe with the puck out, a long puck out. It's broken there at midfield. That's Claude Goff, who has done an amount of travelling to get here, and we're delighted yet. That's centre O'Connell, and that's Alan O'Connor who wins that free there. Alan, who was playing on a Cork Cork under-21 football team last Sunday night against Tyrone. Cork were beaten, but Alan was one of the stars. He's also on the Cork Intermediate Hurling team, which will be playing in a few weeks' time. This ball taken by Claude. Long ball into the full forward line. He's looking for Mervyn. Mervyn going down over, trying to pull it. And the ball has gone out. I think it's gone out first. They're appealing for 65 now, but the umpire down there had no hesitation in waving it wide. Dromina puck out to be taken again by Brendan Buckley.
Slightly tense now, will start by both sides. Chances missed at both ends, with a chance of a goal there, perhaps. Well, and they had a chance of a goal a few minutes earlier. There was a free there. You cannot pull back the Hurley like that.
Into Joe Daly. That seems to be deployed. Get the ball in low to Joe Daly. Desi doing well back there, and it's John Collins. Swept out there by Desi Fitz out towards midfield. That's John Daly in again. A low, dangerous looking ball. Richard Morrissey, and ball is wide. We still no score. We still await the first score of the game. Every chance Dromina get, they seem to be playing the ball in towards Joe Daly.
It seems to find Joe Daly, but I can tell you this is Joe Daly will leave his hands full with Desi Fitzgerald. He might want too much of the ball, perhaps. But having said that, now chances have been missed at both sides, and it has been a nervous tense start by both sides. They'll settle down in a few minutes.
Fish going up for that one. And out coming away with it is Doneraile Morrissey. No, I'd say it's Ger Hayes. And that ball is won by Brian Foley. Brian takes his shot. And unfortunately, that's why. Brian, the youngest one of the Foleys. Brian, who scored the goal actually when Charleville won the minor county back in 1994. And whose father, Jimmy, was man of the match when Charleville beat Clyde in the 86 final. Another puck out by Brendan Buckley. And they're jeering at him there behind the goal. That ball is going to break right here in front of us. Noel O'Keefe again going up for that one. Hamilton. John Daly, and he's been hooshed off the ball there. John Collins being penalised there, and 'tis a line ball. 'Tis a line ball to Dromina. John Hamilton standing over it. I think he got a little knock there, but he's all right. That ball cut in there by John Daly. The ball is coming out, and that's James Hamilton trying to make room for him. That's Joe Hayes. John Hayes. Nice block down there by Goff, but he seems to have got a knock on the head. He seems to be all right. It is a free to Charleville. The ball is going downfield. And an interesting thing today is we have John Walsh, a doctor, on the sideline with us, which is a very good thing, and a thing that Tony Butler thought would be a good idea. And it seems that now, as Claude is injured, and you have a doctor on the line.
Yeah, Claude was misfortunate there. It was totally accidental now, to be fair. He went in for the ball, won the ball, but the ball was knocking around, and both players were entitled to pull. I think he's got a bloodied nose, a blood injury. Might not be too bad. We'll have to wait developments. he's in good hands anyway with Dizzy, or with Ozzy and Tommy and Doc Walsh. The referee has stopped play. We're still waiting our first score. Let's hope now that after all these efforts to get back and everything else, when only got into the 2 o'clock, let's hope that everything is okay for him.
Yes, indeed, Matcha. They're attending to him. They're attending to him there, and the game held up for a few moments. Of course, as Charleville and Dromina have met a lot over the last couple of years. They met in the '98 final. They met at the semi-final stage last year, and they met in the second round in '97, with victory going to Dromina on each occasion. The Charleville did beat them, however, in the '97 league final in a game that was played in Ballyhay. There's 10 minutes gone at this stage, and we still await the first score. Tommy and Dr. John are attending to Claude there. It looks to me that they're putting a bandage around his head. He must have got a knock of some sort. Let's hope it's not too serious. He's ready to continue. He looks funny, but it'll stop the blood, and he'll be able to continue rather than have to come off and get it stitched. He put down a very hard week with an atrocity that happened in America, and he got into GAA under a well-deserved round of applause there for Claude. We get on with the game. Dr. John there making his way hurriedly towards the sideline, brushing his hair away. And Claude himself actually takes the resultant line ball. It is blocked down and goes out over the sideline again. It went off Joe Hayes. And it is another line ball to Charleville. Claude standing over this one again. I'm sure there won't be much work out of him for the week. He'll be in the bar, but he'll be at the other side of the counter. This one is into Paul Gamble. Paul playing on the half-forward line, trying to get room for himself. Back to Brian Foley. Low ball in by Brian Foley. Trying to find fish, but it's Liam Hayes, and the ball is results in into the Dromina full forward line. Joe DeLee and a couple of forwards went for it, but the ball again has gone out over the sideline and wide.
That was a very good feint there by Martin O'Keefe in goal. Went to play the ball and put off the forward, let the ball run wide for a harmless over in line.
Standing over it, taking his time, composing himself. He hits it well. And that's the first score of the game. First score of the game by John Quinn in a free. Charleville going to the lead after about 12 minutes of play.
Now, Kevin, let's hope that settles him down. He's on both sides. That free again was impeccably struck by John. And taking account of the breeze and everything else. The breeze actually isn't so much in our favour as we thought at first. It's actually blowing across the pitch. The ball is blowing in here to the commentary position.
Meanwhile, we're back with the play, and it's John DeLee. And John DeLee was going forward. I think he got tis Noel O'Keefe who is being cautioned there. Noel playing in the half-back position, and Dromina now have a chance for the free, and tis Ger Buckley who is standing over this one. Ger taking his time, and he strikes it sweetly, and the immediate response, the sides are level after 13 minutes of play. 1 point to Charleville, 1 point to Dromina. Mark getting excited down there. He's a loud voice, and he's really getting behind his charges. I see Tony over at the other side of the field now. They've worked very well though, the three of them, and that's gone down there to John Quinn, and lovely ball into the full forward line, into PJ Cobbs. PJ, of course, who won an All-Ireland minor medal with Cork last Sunday when Cork had a great victory over Galway in Croke Park. The ball, however, is gone out over the end line. and a sideline ball to to Dromina. To be taken by Jerfin. Nice cut coming down here in front of us again, and it's going out over the line again, right down in front of the Charleville dugout there. It's Noel O'Keefe who has it. Noel, who is enjoying a great season. He'd be a first cousin to our goalie Martin, and that's a nice ball in, trying for Thomas Fitzgibbon, but cut out there by John O'Shaughnessy, and the ball is coming back up and into the Dromina full forward line. That's a great, nice bat down there by Desi Fitz, and out Alan O'Connor in the half back line. However, 'tis one again, and that's Tony Mack back there bustling his way forward, and that's a great clearance by McAuliffe, and a big cheer from the crowd down towards Fish. Paul Gamble going for this one, doesn't quite get it. That's Andrew Shaughnessy. Andrew, who was man of the match when Dromina beat Fermoy in our Cork final in 2000. DJ sweeping that one away. DJ was captain, of course, when these sides met in the 98 final back in Newtown. And 'tis a sideline cut to Dromina. A very low-scoring game. That's nicely cut in there into the full forward line. And 'tis John Collins back in the side, playing at midfield. And that's a lovely ball down again to the full forward. Thomas trying to run out it. Quinlan coming out with it. And Paul Gamble picking up the pieces. Paul actually is picking up a lot of loose ball around midfield, really trying hard to come into this game. That's Ger Buckley again, down around his own half-back line, up to John Hamilton. That's one again by Goff, and it's Paul Gamble again, out to Fish. Fish trying to engineer something, a long ball in. But he's back down on that occasion. That's Johnny Collins, being blocked down there by John DeLido. Collins wins the ball again, and Fish whips on it, adds onto it on the ground, trying to find Captain Mervyn. Mervyn coming out. He's worked out as a great captain this year. He's a great motivator, great with his players. Ball very, very near the sideline there. PJ Cops trying to get into it. And the ball has gone out over line ball to Charleville. Who's taking this match of pitch?
It's the first signs there of a real cohesion amongst the forwards. Bit unlucky, there's some great block down there by Dromina to get in there too. Now free in the sideline ball taken by Paul Gamble. Mervyn inside in the square, expectant. Mervyn is onto it now, out in the far corner, across the goal. No one there. John Quinn coming in just slightly behind time. There's a free there for Chow we didn't get. Another one we didn't get. Now we're through. Another great shot from Brian Foley from a great pass by Alan O'Connor. Well done, lads.
Brian Foley, yes, that's a great score, and it's actually this first score from play. Brian Foley getting it. Charleville going to a point lead, 2 points to 1. Brian, whose brother Dom, of course, is a professional soccer player in England. And James is gone. He's out in Australia. Fast puck out again by Dromina. It's up into it's John Lee there for Dromina. They're trying to get an attack going. That's Joe Hayes. He's been hassled over there by Goff, and it's DJ gone back into the corner to clear this one. Sweeps it out, and he's out over the line, and he's a Dromina ball coming in again. Joe Hayes going down, placing the ball, going to take this one. And that's a nice ball in. John DeLee. A low shot, a very dangerous shot. Martin O'Keefe has it, saves it, and it's coming out. Desi Fitz coming out here. Desi is settling well into the game and coming out to the corner, trying to get it out, and that is a free out to Charleville. Charleville did well on that occasion. John DeLee was gone through. Low shot for a goal. Martin did well.
Great save there by Martin O'Keefe, and the clearing up done by Desi, who was subsequently fouled, and it's a free out for Desi now from his own end line, right out in the right hand corner.
Keep it going, Jack, come on!
Nice high ball by Desi down here to the half-forward line. Fish going up trying to get it, but the resultant break doesn't go for him. Johnny Collins picks up this one at midfield, and that's a nice ball forward. Has a shot for a point. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off on this occasion. The ball is wide. I see John Quinlan inside, pointing to him to keep it low and try to bring the inside forwards into the game. Score remains Charleville 2, Dromina a point.
Again, Kevin, I must reiterate, those balls cannot be allowed to hop around the square without anybody challenging for them. That ball was unchallenged again.
Yes, indeed. We have the forwards inside, just bring them into the play. Another puck out by Brendan Buckley. He's getting good lengths into those. That's one again there by John DeLee. John DeLee. Back to Andrew Shaughnessy, a computer analyst. Nice ball in there, but it's Brian Foley who covers an mounted ground. He does Trojan work out here to Noel O'Keefe. But it's Ger Buckley who wins this one, and Ger having it. Yes, indeed, and that's the second score for Dromina. Ger Buckley got their first point from a free and gets their second one now from play. The scores are deadlocked at 2 points apiece. Very, very little between the sides in a very tense and low-scoring first half. There's 25 minutes gone. A strong breeze, but it hasn't a big bearing. It hasn't a big bearing on the game. It's more crossfield. It's another puck out there down towards Thomas Fitzgibbon. Fish going up for that one, but the break going to Dromina again, and that's John DeLee again. That's down between DJ and Pat Hayes. Ball coming in here. That's Richard Morrissey. Line ball, and 'tis a Charleville ball. 'Tis going to be coming back down. It's a Dromina ball going in. A lot of shouts around. Yes, there's a big Dromina following. There's a big Charleville following. Who's taking it now? And it's a Dromina ball from where we are at the moment. Ger Buckley taking it. Blocked down there right in front of them. Brian Foley blocked it down, but unfortunately it went out over the line and is results in a Dromina sideline ball again. They wait inside for it. Ger Buckley standing over it. It isn't Ger Buckley. That ball is gone across field, and that's Alan O'Connor, centre back, pulls on that one down towards Thomas. Thomas doesn't quite make it, and that's John O'Shaughnessy who wins that. He's a younger brother, of course, of Andrews, and that's Daisy playing at full back, putting up the hand, winning that one, and clearing a long ball down the field, down towards midfield, down towards where Fish puts up the hand and grabs this one low into the full forward line. That's the kind of ball Mervyn loves, but doesn't control it on this occasion, and the ball is gone harmlessly out over the dead ball line and wide. It results actually, the referee is going in to consult with the umpires. That was a good ball won by Martin Ahern and into Mervyn, but unfortunately he was unable to control it, and it results in the referee, Davy Farrell from Mitchelstown, going in a consultation with his umpires. Davy, of course, who refereed the Charleville for my game exactly a fortnight ago. The referee is going over and he's calling John Quinlan and Donal O'Shaughnessy, and it looks to me that he's put in the name of, he's speaking to both of them. I don't think he booked them. He just gave both of them a warning. There was a little bit of a schmoz, a little bit of getting to know each other going on. Nothing serious. Meanwhile, we're back with the play, and Brendan Buckley gets ready for another puck out. That's a good ball again. That's a very long puck out. Alan going back there and reading that very well, but unfortunately it goes out over the sideline. Donald Morrissey has it, wearing number 17, placing it, standing over it. Yes, indeed, Donald Morrissey. That's going in again. Claude there trying to get it out. Over to DJ's corner. DJ has settled well and is playing quite well. DJ going down and he's having a good tussle there with Pat Hayes. PJ, of course, who has played for many, many seasons, but yet to win that elusive North Cork medal. Andrew Shaughnessy gone out. There's the world of sideline balls in this game.
Must be said, Kevin, it's a very poor game so far. Neither of the teams have settled down. Hurling is poor, lots of mistakes, lots of line balls, as you say. Another clearance by Charleville. Claude Goff is onto this, and Paul Gamble. Joe Daly has it now, locked down. No, and Hamilton has it as a free into Charleville. And it's free into Dromina, I beg your pardon.
Sean Hamilton there winning that one. His strength, and he was fouled. It results in a free, and Jar Buckley getting ready to take this one. He has scored one from a free and one from play already, going for his third score of the game. Taking his time, having a look. Bend lifts, strikes and scores. And the score now is 3 points to Dromina, 2 points to Charleville. And Mark Sheehan again urging his side there to settle down and mark up and start playing the kind of hurling that we know they're capable of playing. Fish going up high for that one and grabbing it. Fish trying very, very hard to get into this game. And that ball is whipped out there by John O'Shaughnessy. Up again, and Desi, it's there between Richard Morrissey and Desi. Desi prevents Richard Morrissey from getting it. And the ball goes wide. A lot of people around getting very, very excited. The game has yet to come to life. There's a lot of tension around. There's a lot of freeze. John Daly, I think they're injured for Dromina. He's down, and the referee Davy Farrell is with him, seeing is he okay. They're looking to the referees sending him off. He's having a drink of water. He's okay. He's getting back up and he's on his feet. Martin O'Keefe with the puck out. I can hear Eiley Hanley down there. Yes, Eiley, a mad Charleville supporter, and also her beloved Kilmallock. Liam Hayes getting that clearance in, and there's a Tony running across there trying to get a stick to it. That's Richard Morrissey. Smith gets it up into the hand, and he gets a free out. Well played there, Tony.
I think Smith was a City's player last night. I don't think he deserved the free there. Free was probably in, but anyway, we'll take it gladly. Well done, Tony.
Desi, as I've said earlier, playing in the unfamiliar role of fullback, getting ready to take this one. It's dropping there between Paul Gamble and Donald Morrissey. Breaks here to midfield. Thomas, of course, with his blonde hair, which is very, very recognisable. That ball is going in there to PJ Copps. PJ Copps breaks a hurley in the process. It is Paul Gamble has it, gets it up into his stick, and that's a beautiful score. The first score. That's a beautiful score by Mervyn. Captain Mervyn, who's enjoying a really great season. Of course, Mervyn was on that famous minor team back in '94 that won a county title. The score is level at 3 points apiece. And if one would feel that if Mervyn gets the right type of ball, that he could do a lot of damage out there. Brian Foley wins the resultant puck out. That's Andrew Shaughnessy into the full forward line. Smith comes across, tries to flick it out, and that's won again there by Desi Fitz, who was playing well at full back, it has to be said. Out over the line again. Joe Hayes standing over this one, cutting it in. It's actually John Daly. That one comes to Alan O'Connor, who has had a very, very busy season. Was in the Cork under-21 hurling and football teams, was in the intermediate Cork hurling and football teams. And here comes Fish, and he's on his way. Ball on the stick, stops to turn. Blocked down by Liam Hayes, but Fish has it again. They're having a great tussle. I said it at the start of the game that it would be one of the great tussles. Fish wins this one and hits a high ball in, but Brendan Buckley puts up his hand and makes a good clearance. Comes out to John DeLee and Johnny Collins. John DeLee winning the ball, just getting there ahead of Johnny Collins. Johnny fouls him, and there is a free to Dromina. Fish is doing well on the 40, winning ball, looked dangerous that time. It's a pity it didn't result in a score.
Must be said as well, Kevin, John Collins doing very well in the centre field. Probably a bit unlucky there. He's coming forward the whole time, clearing a lot of the ball. Thomas Fitzgibbon really hasn't got into the game yet. Nor has PJ Boyce, but the ball is not running for them.
Yes, indeed, Matthew. That ball is clear, the free coming up into, and that's Richard Morrissey who has this one. He's looking dangerous, he's racing on to goal. That's a great challenge by Goff, upsetting him in his tracks, and that's fed out to Joe Hayes. And that ball is wide, and wide for Dromina. Score remains at 3 points apiece. I see Tony going in there to Mervyn with words of encouragement. He's probably, I don't know what he's saying to him, but he's obviously wanting him to get more involved in the game and get more scores. I'd say we're very near half-time. I know there was one or two stops. There was a stoppage to time for Claude, and then Martin O'Keefe down into the half-forward line. Paul going up for this one, but won by John O'Shaughnessy. Noel O'Keefe winning that one. Paul Gamble has it, and that's a great score by Paul Gamble. And he says, whatever Mervyn can do, I can do better. Mervyn has scored and Paul has scored. Charleville 4 points, Dromina 3 points.
Again, now we're beginning to move a little bit now. That was a great bat down there again by Noel O'Keefe, right half back, which Paul grabbed and stuck it straight over the bar. Well done, Paul.
Yes, indeed. Paul also was on that great minor team that won a county back in 1994. It's now a Charleville line ball. The referee has made the decision. Dromina aren't too happy with it. Ger Buckley, very, very anxious. Noel O'Keefe standing over this one. That's Andrew Shaughnessy. And that's Smiley, as he's affectionately known. Thomas Fitzgibbon trying very, very hard to get into this game. Don Marcy. Thomas, of course, who had a super man-of-the-match type performance when we played Kilworth in the second round. Noel O'Keefe there winning that ball, and it results. Paul a little excited there. The most sensible thing to do is walk away from it. It results in a Dromina line ball. The intensity of them. It's 15 years since Charleville, of course, have won it, and they are eager, and I mean eager, to win it here today. The referee, Paul and Andrew Shaughnessy there, exchanging, but the referee spots it and stops them. Donald Morrissey. And that's Brian Foley. He's a massive work rate. And that's midfield. Brian misses the ball, unfortunately. John DeLee goes for the... and scores a point. 65. And it actually results in a point. John DeLee getting that one. It's their first score other than Ger Buckley scoring it.
I wish the umpires had got their minds. One guy weighs over 65, and he was on the side I went out at. Lads, cap yourselves on and get something right.
But Paul has the resultant puck out, and he's going forward again. And a good shot, but into the safe hands of Brendan Buckley, the Dromina goalie, who clears the ball out and over the sideline. In the last few minutes, Charleville are trying to push and trying to get more and more into this game. That's Brian Foley over there, who's going to take this one. Brian, known to them all as Baba. Walking away from it, he's leaving it to Johnny Bravo. John stretching the referee showing him where to take it. I reckon he's going to have a cut with this one. He completely misses it. That's John DeLee again. Up into the full forward again. Desi is doing very, very well back there. Gets a hand to it. And Alan O'Connor at centre back wins it. Out towards Claude Goff. John DeLee again at midfield. He's very strong. Winning this one and coming away with it. Into Joe DeLee. Joe trying hard. Looking around for some support. Richard Morrissey into Joe DeLee. Joe trying to steadies himself and gets a score.
Well, fair play to Joe DeLee for taking his score there, but prior to that, he had the ball fall about 5 or 15 times. Should have been a free out. He took his chance well in the finish, though.
The score now is Dromina 5 points, Charleville 4 points. That's Claude Goff over there challenging. And his Brian Foley results, goes in, wins the ball and clears it downfield. That's a perfect ball from Irvin, and that's the type of ball he likes. A low ball, runs out to it, picks it, and that's a great score. That's a real lifting score. I see Mark Doyle there lifting his hand. That's a great score. If Mervyn has played the right type of ball, he's very, very dangerous.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. He's a class act. The half-time whistle blows. The scores, Kevin, 5 points each, honours level. The game opened up a little bit in the last 10 minutes of the first half, but prior to that it was very, very tense. Both sides I won't say sorting each other out, but they certainly were very, very tense.
Yes, indeed. At half-time, they go in as they came out, level, 5 points each, with 2 points from Mervyn from play, with a free from John Quinlan, point from Brian Foley, and a point from and a point from Paul Gamble. The two Gamble brothers getting on the score sheet. 5 points apiece in a low-scoring game, but in the last 10 minutes or so, early on there was a lot of tension, a lot of sorting out to be done to get into the game. But he's been harassed there by Doneraile O'Shaughnessy, and the ball is gone. It is Doneraile O'Shaughnessy wins it and coming out of it. That O'Shaughnessy again would be another. I think there's 3 O'Shaughnessy's on the team. That results in a Dromina free. And his Liam Hayes standing over it. And Dr. John again has gone in there to Claude, just rewrapping the bandage just to make sure that it's all right. At half-time we forgot to say hello to our foreigners, noticeably our chairman, who is in Lanzarote with his loved one, to Condon, who is in South Africa with Geraldine, and to Willie and Oli, who are in Spain. At half-time the score was 5 points apiece. Hope you're enjoying it.
Kevin, I know you mentioned that our chairman was in Lanzarote with his loved one. I actually thought he went there with his wife.
Yes, indeed. Ball comes out here, and that's John O'Shaughnessy hitting it, but the breeze, he hits a good shot, but the breeze takes it, and the ball goes wide. The score still is 5 points apiece. We're in for a very, very tense second half, I say. Matthew, what do you feel at this stage? What way is it going to go?
Kevin, I'm not a prophet either. All I do know is that some of our fellas haven't got into the game yet, and if they do, I think we can win it. But we've all got to hurl, not just 10 or 11 of us. Everybody's got to play. Now there's an attack here coming in now, cleared up by the full back here. Well done. Chased by Paul is in. Bought on Quinlan. Quinlan is through. Quinlan is fouled. He's not free. Thomas has it. Thomas has it over the bar. Yes, Thomas, well done!
Brilliant score. That's it. Just the start they needed to the second half. John Quinlan making great inwards there, and it resulted in the ball coming out to Thomas, and Thomas getting his first score of the game. Charleville going to a 1 point lead, 6 points to 5, 2 minutes gone in the second half. That's Tony there encouraging him. That's just the start they needed to the second half. Huckett again over there, Ger Buckley, and it breaks to John Hamilton. Hamilton getting the ball in, and that's into Hayes, Phil Hayes, and that's the response Dromina just wanted. I tell you one thing, lads, this game is going to be nick and tuck. Anytime these sides have met, there's never more than a puck of a ball in it, and it's going to be the exact same this afternoon. 6 points each, 3 minutes into the second half. No delaying with it. Martin, and he's getting a nice distance into that puck out. Dropping there on our own half-back line. Fish, the mighty Fish, putting up his hand for that one. And Fish has it. Scoops it back there to Brian Foley. Brian tries an ambitious one. He gets great height into it. Unfortunately, doesn't get it. He was right to have a go. Fish won that puck out again and out to Brian Foley, who's having a great duel there with Andrew Shaughnessy at midfield. Brendan Buckley. That's down there between Claude Goff and Joe Hayes. Goff winning that one straight back up, and that's the kind of ball we were talking about earlier that Mervyn loves. A low ball in, trying to round John O'Connor. And that's a great score by Captain Mervyn. His third score of the game. He's leading by example. Charleville increased their lead 7 points to 6.
That's more like it now, Kevin. A great ball won there by Claude Goff in the half-back line. Straight into Mervyn. Mervyn turns the full back, rounds him and puts it right over the bar.
And Thomas winning a great free back there, winning a great ball, and as a result getting a free out to Charleville. Claude has it. Claude looks like a warrior that has been in war with that bandage around his head. Strikes it well, and that's up to young PJ Cops. PJ just 17 years of age. Paul Gamble winning it. Out to brother Paul. They have a great understanding and can always find themselves. And yes, again, he's really proven his worth. That's his 4th score of the game.
Like I've said on umpteen occasions, Paul, a lot of work done there from Paul after his brother Mervyn, and Mervyn no delay, just straight over the bar.
And now, for the first time in the match, they go into a 2-point lead. Brendan Buckley with the puck out. That's over again to Ger Finn, to Ger Buckley. No, O'Keefe gone back there, and Brian Foley. Well, in my book, I thought it was a hand pass matchup, but the referee says no, and Ger Buckley has another free.
Unfortunately, Kevin, your book to my book doesn't matter. All that matters here is the referee's book. He gives a free. Only he knows what for. But he's handed another opportunity to Ger Buckley.
And the crowd over there roaring that he's stealing a few extra yards. The referee now pushing him back and telling him where to point it. It's all gamesmanship. Jer's standing over it. He's been doing well. He's got a lot of that. And that's a very low, dangerous ball in. That's Hayes has it, a low ground shot. DJ getting that one out towards Smiley, but it's in running Ger Buckley who goes down on it, whips it, and the ball goes wide. Score remains. Charleville still hold a 2-point lead, 8 points to 6. That looked dangerous. Ger didn't go for a point with the free. Instead opted to hit it low in hope of manufacturing something inside. Martin O'Keefe with the puck out. I see Ozzy over there at the far side of the field urging them on. Mark Sheehan there beside him. A puck out there again between Martin and Joe and Liam Hayes. Liam Hayes winning that one down the field. Smiley again. Smiley is really starting to settle in this game. That's a good ball upfield. Up to Mervyn, but Mervyn this time is behind. It comes out again to John DeLee. John DeLee down the field. Down trying to find Joe DeLee. Out over the line. And it's a Charleville line ball. Claude takes it. Claude getting ready to take it.
Pass back to DJ.
Pass back to DJ, and DJ gets a long ball up the field, up to Thomas. But that's Doneraile Shockney. He's playing well there at cornerback, and then long ball down the field. Down to Claude again. This is John Hamilton. Very near the sideline here, and that's Goff again. That's a great ground stroke by Goff. Up to Thomas. Thomas with the distinctive blonde hair. Yes, indeed, and he wins a free. Shows you around the ball there.
The first time Thomas got away, and obviously Dromina were well aware of his potential danger, and didn't let him move 1 foot forward in the free in.
Yes, Johnny Bravo standing over this one. He's already scored a point in the first half. Throws up a bit of grass there to see what way the breeze is going. This to increase their lead to 8 to 3 points. He strikes it well, and it's all the way over the bar. 9 points to 6, 12 minutes into the second half. And it's the first time you could say that they're just starting to hurl well, Matthew.
Yeah, the game has opened up considerably, Kevin. It's a much better start to the second half. I suppose they continue with the left off just before half-time, because half-time, just after, or before half-time, they'd open up as well. I think offensive are more committed now. Ball Paul's on to this one here. Good lad, Paul. Well played into John Quinlan. Now John has a chance here. Let it go, John. Good ball into Mervyn. Oh, Mervyn, hot beats Mervyn. He got pushed in the back at the same time. And it's a free in. I didn't think he'd seen it. He did see it. A free to Mervyn. Well read. Well won.
Yes, indeed. Things are just starting to kind of go Charleville's way. The referee spotted that Mervyn was fouled there and results in a free in. John Quinlan again. John Quinlan again standing over this one. He's already scored 2, going for his third one. John Quinlan calmly taps it over the bar, and there's a sub coming on the Dromina team. I see number 18, I think it's Dave Buckley is coming on the Dromina team, and number 10 Hayes goes off. There's a big roar from the crowd. I don't the referee is taking somebody's name over there. The score now is 10 points to 6, yes, and it's in favour to the boys in red, Charleville. Brian Foley gone up for that puck out over there, and it's Alan O'Connor. Brian Foley wins it, and up the field, up to fish on the 40. That's Liam Hayes. John O'Connor. And this is Paul Gamble. Paul really in the second half, trying hard to come into this match. And that's a day to try to find Mervyn that time, but was cut out by fullback John O'Connor, and is a free down to Dromina. John Finn to take it. Takes it quickly. They need scores at this stage. Noel O'Keefe running out trying to win this one, and it's Paul Gamble again. Lovely ball in. He's trying to find it. They have a brilliant understanding. That's cut out there by Ger Hayes though. Into John Quinlan. That's a great ball by Mervyn. Finds John. John loves to run, likes a bit of room. Has gone out there and made nice space for himself. Gets the ball in. That's into Martin Ahern. Great ball across the square. And the bar, and it results in a great score again for Charleville. A score there by Martin Ahern after a great work by John Quinlan out in the corner forward position. Got the ball across. Score to Charleville. Score now is 11 points to 6.
Martin was a bit unlucky there. A great shot at goal, but fair play to the full back. A deflection and put it over the bar.
Now they're hurling. John Collins winning that one. And there's another, and that is a free. Johnny was fouled there after the ball. Johnny, of course, back into the side for the first time this year, and he's justified his recall. He's playing very well. And it's Goff. His hand up to block the sun, getting ready to take this free. Up into the full forward line. Looking for Mervyn again. Mervyn puts his hand up for it. John Quinlan in a race out here with Brendan Buckley, the goalie, and the ball comes back to Mervyn. Back out to John Quinlan. John turns, looking for the score, has a go, and that ball is gone over the bar. That's a great score. And it's double scores at this stage, 12 points to 6. Yeah. And since half-time, I don't know what was said in the dressing room at half-time, but it seems to be working. Overall, throughout the entire team, there's a major improvement. They want this title. They've been down for a number of years. They want it very, very badly.
No doubt about that, Kyle. This game is far from over. We all know that Dromina will not die. Now Clark off on the ball again. Clark clears the rock, clears up the left wing here. Ahern is running onto it. Come on, fish. Pitch gets the ball. Quinlan is on the ball now. Now Thomas has it. Thomas has a shot. Hard luck, Thomas, just wide.
Thomas really coming into the game now and starting to play well. That was an attempt there. Unfortunately, it didn't come off, but the score remains Charleville 12 points, Dromina 6. The crowd getting excited. I see Tommy going down the line there. Tommy with the cap on him. He's running in and out with water, doing running repairs. 12. I have them all here. Oh, it is 12, all right. That resulting puck out down there again. Thomas whips on it and gets it back up the field. Unfortunately, it goes out over the line.
Man again, Thomas, boy!
Dromina are pressing hard. They do not want to relinquish their title. Having won it in 98, they lost in 99, won it again in 2000. They're going for 2 in a row. They're not going to give up easily.
Come on, Thomas, lad!
Of course, it is our first one since 98. We were there in 95. Kilbert beat us on a day when we were coached by Paul O'Shea and Mike Murphy. That's gone down to John Hamilton. The ball is coming upfield again. Johnny Collins blocking it down. John Collins is trying very, very hard. He'd dearly love to win a medal for Joe Kavanagh, of course, who was his grandfather, who died tragically there in early June. And this is PJ Copps, young PJ Copps. He's just 17 years of age.
Well, good one by Copps.
And he won that ball very well, flicking it out nicely. And yes, it's that man. He's really, really on fire. The man is, yes indeed, he scores his 5th point of the match. All from play. Playing it full forward and really playing a captain's part. He's to become the 4th man to captain a Charleville side to an North Cork. Jackie Haney, Ted Kiley, and of course Tony Butler, the coach today, the 3 who have done it previously. Is he to join them?
I'm not going to count any chickens yet, Kevin. I'm counting no chickens. But they're playing with their hearts now. It's all we can. A goal coming up here, perhaps. There's a free and a penalty to Dromina. And a bit of Shamartin down there. No, there should not be a hot ball. Once you retaliate, it's the hot ball, ref.
Indeed, I think it was Joe DeLee who caught that ball, and it all results in a penalty to Dromina. The score at the moment is 13 points to 6. 3 in the goal. Martin O'Keefe, the goalie, Desi Fitz, and I would say Smiley. Yes, indeed, Alan O'Connor. Who's taking it?
Hamilton, I'd say.
Shaughnessy, it says it. Andrew Shaughnessy. Standing over it. They need a goal. A goal is going to give us a great, great finish. He's standing over it. Strikes, and the ball is in the back of the net. That's a goal for Dromina. That's just what Dromina needed. I'm sure that'll give them the lift they needed. Charleville 13 points. Dromina 1-6. Goal from a penalty from Andrew O'Shaughnessy. There's a little bit of a schmozzle going on. There's the referee's going in. He's going in, concentrating with one of his umpires. I wasn't watching it. I don't know what happened. The goal will certainly stand anyway. We get back on with the play. Martin O'Keefe with the puck out. 4 points separating the sides. We're trying to, I see Mark Dine down there. He's very, very anxious. And it's out to Mervyn again. Into his brother Paul. Paul runs onto it, doesn't quite get it. And it's back to Mervyn again, turning onto his good side. Unfortunately, he doesn't do it on this occasion. The score remains Charleville 13 points, Dromina 1-6. The crowd really, really getting behind the sides. There's trouble down. Alan O'Connor and Andrew Shaughnessy, I think, are involved. The referee going in and speaking. He's speaking to Alan. Lads, I want none of it. Cut it out. Also to Andrew Shaughnessy. Their names And the numbers are going into... I'm not sure who. Did both of them get yellow cards? But there was a yellow card issued there.
Give him stick now.
This is what we had expected. It would be tight, it would be close. Johnny Collins again, and it's DJ coming out there. And it results in a free in again. Dromina really pressing at the moment, trying desperately hard to get scores. Ger Buckley will have a chance again here to cut the deficit down to 3 points. Two. And Ger Buckley calmly taps that over the bar. The score now is Charleville 13 points, Dromina 1-7. 3 points separating the sides as we enter the crucial stage in the match. 12 minutes left in the game. Martin O'Keefe with the puck out. He has a cap on him now to protect him from the sun here in the second half. Thomas under that one, and that's Liam Hayes being harassed by Fish. No way is Fish going to leave him out, and that's the referee awards a free to Liam Hayes. I see our subs getting up on the line down there. I see Anthony, of course, Anthony in the Credit Union, Brian Barrett, Pat Herbert, of course, who won a medal in '86. They're all anxious down there, encouraging them on. John DeLee coming forward with this, and that's a wide ball. Score remains Charleville 13 points, Dromina 1-7.
Can I just say this is the last crucial 12-13 minutes of the game. This is where reputations will be won or lost. Have they got it in them? They showed against Fermoy that they had. Let's hope they can do it again today.
Yes. In all the one thing about Charleville this season was that in all their games against Castletown, Kilworth and Fermoy, they finished very strongly in them. Let's hope it repeats itself. That ball going back there, and that Alan O'Connor puts up the hand there. Andrew Shaughnessy has gone in centre forward on Alan O'Connor, and he's starting to cause a few problems. Results in a free out to Charleville. Joe DeLee there overplayed the ball, and it's a free out to Charleville. I think down in the line, Matthew, we're starting to make a sub, are we?
I'm not quite sure, Ken. There's a bit of activity. I see Mark number 1, Mark Doyle and Tony, a quick word passing each other out there. I know they've got a few subs lined up here in front. I don't think we might quite see one for a minute or two yet. They've been harassing his way out. Claude Goff is under this one. Claude has it in the fist.
That ball going back in, and Smiley came out there, and I had a little nudge there on Andrew Shaughnessy, and it's now the referee Davy Farrell blows for a free, which Ger Buckley will come out to take again. 3 points separating the sides. He already has scored 4. Standing over it, composing himself. Doesn't connect properly at all, and a low ball in which Desi runs out and wins. Brian Foley bringing it away out with him. Strikes it up the field, up to John Quinlan. John Quinlan now out in the half line, where he'll have a lot more running, and hopefully he's doing well. He's making ground. Intercepted by Jan O'Connor, and the ball is down the field again. Down for a Dromina attack. That's back to Ger Buckley, their main free taker, and that's wide. That is wide. He was right to have a go, but it didn't come off.
I think we were a bit lucky there, and I actually that ball was well over the bar. The sub coming off for Charleville. Bryony Barrett is coming in. Not quite sure yet who's coming off. Looks like PJ Cops in the far corner. And let's hope Brian can do a repeat of what he did against Castletown Roads and Fermoy.
Yes, indeed. Young Brian Barrett, the quietest barman in Charleville, the man who works in golf. He's meant to be starting college in Limerick tomorrow, but somehow I don't think he'll be there tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. Ball again into the full forward line, and it's now young Brian running onto it. Already he's making his presence felt. That's Dromina there again. That's coming away with it. He's going on a bit of a solo run. Liam Hayes. Back to Allen at centre back. Read it well, up with the hand, and wins the free. Yeah. 3 points separating them. Charleville 13 points.
8 or 9 minutes left.
Dromina 1-7. 7 or 8 minutes left in the game.
23 minutes gone.
23 minutes gone. As Tony Butler said, Nicholas English started it last Sunday by becoming the first player. And another point grabbed there by Mervyn. Won that ball and straight over the bar. We're going to a 4-point lead again. 1-7 to 14 points. Mervyn's 6 point from play of the game. Certainly he's playing his part. Brian Foley under that puck out there, and it's Noel O'Keefe back in the half back line. I doubt he'll be at work either tomorrow with Donald Ford. Up to Johnny, up to Thomas. Thomas going down, and Thomas loves to run. Wins it, and a ball across. Spot, that's a great ball. Spotted the unmarked John Quinlan across the field. And that's a super score by John Quinlan. A super score. You can hear the roar going up from the Charleville crowd. 15 points to 1-7.
I was class written all over that score from Thomas. Had a look around and right across the field. That was the coaching from the St. Finbarrs and Tony. Another free and Smiley. He's creating havoc there from the back, winning lots of frees and winning lots of ball. Now let's hope we'll repeat performance of the last one. Can we do it? This free will be taken by Desi. Desi from St. Coleman's. The red.
Yes, indeed. These last few minutes are going to be very, very vital. 1-7 to 15 points. They were a rejuvenated side in the second half. I'd say Tony tore fecking strips off them. That's a nice ball by Desi up the field. Up again. Paul Gamble is there. It's cleared out the field. Brian Foley at midfield. He has put in a massive work rate. That's a free down. Donald Morrissey going to take this one. What's left? 6. A couple of the crowd starting to leave, starting to head home. I can tell you there's none of the Charleville crowd going though. They're going to stay and hopefully savour each and every minute of it. Liam Hayes. It's a dangerous ball down. Desi has played brilliant back in the full-back position. He has had a great game. Was forced to go into full-back when TJ Crowley was gone to Australia, but he has fitted the shoes very, very well. No doubt Tony is happy with him. Mervyn there playing a little bit of sportsmanship there with John O'Shaughnessy. All results in a free out, which is going to be taken by Desi. Down to the left half side of the field. That's with Ger Buckley back there on the half back line, and it's actually a free into Charleville. I'd say Johnny Bravo, I see him there with the red helmet. Had his jersey pulled and he's getting ready to take it.
I see one of our great supporters on here in front of us, Eileen Hanley, beginning to get a little bit excited. Johnny Quinlan standing over this. Legs astride, he lifts and he strikes. And it's straight over the centre spot!
That's a brilliant score by Johnny. That puts us into a, 16 points to 16 points to 10. A 6-point lead. I'm sure Johnny could be cracking jokes later on this evening. But Paul Gamble fouled there on this occasion, and it's another free to Ger Buckley. 4 minutes normal time, Matthew tells me left. He taps it in. I'd say it's gone wide. It's not, it's gone wide, it's gone wide. The referee waves it wide. Martin O'Keefe getting ready to take yet another puck out. A lot of the neutral crowd have left. There was a big attendance here, but a lot of the neutrals are on their way home. Also, Limerick won the under-21 title by a point earlier this afternoon for the second time in a row. Thomas Fitzgibbon now under this one. John O'Shaughnessy and Ger Buckley. Ger Buckley out now around the middle of the field in an effort to win ball and try and get scores. That's down to Doneraile Buckley. Doneraile Buckley and DJ O'Connell. Doneraile cutting in there, making headway towards goal. Andrew O'Shaughnessy has it. That man is always dangerous. He has strength every time he gets him. Matthew said it. You could see that written for the last couple of minutes. That is another goal for Dromina. The score now is 2-7 to 16 points. Would that be right?
Yeah.
13. 3 points separating the sides. 2-7 to 16 points to score after that goal. After that Dromina goal.
Hang on.
Who was sent off? The O'Shaughnessy sent off. What's it? And as a result of that, Andrew O'Shaughnessy, the Dromina midfielder, has received a red card from referee Davy Farrell and has that long and lonely walk to the sideline. He's getting a lot of jeering on the way. Right down here in front of us, and all the Charleville crowd think that that's a Charleville ball, but it doesn't work out that way, and the linesman is giving it to Dromina.
Well, to be perfectly correct, Kevin, the ball went off Paul Gamble's hand. It did in actual fact the Dromina ball. The linesman was right.
Don't be.
And it looks good! And it's straight over the belly of the fucking crossbar!
What a score there by Johnny Bravo, and increases our lead to 4 points, and the game is practically up. Dromina pressing.
I must apologise for my bad language.
Don't worry, Matthew, it's the tension. And that way, Dromina, there's another ball going down into the foot, and it's won this time by Brian Foley. Hooked from behind, and it's Ger Buckley. A shot in, and that's over the bar. 3 points in it again. The score is 17 points to Charleville, 2. It looks to me that the referee is calling for the ball. Have we actually eventually bridged the 15-year gap?
Come back, Rory.
It's all over! It's all over! And Charleville have done it! 15 years of disappointment have been washed away. Tony Butler, Mark Doyle and Mark Sheehan eventually lead the men to ultimate glory. Dromina have been their bogey team for the last number of years. Thankfully, that hoodoo is finally gone. I see Eiley down there roaring. What I would like to do is congratulate each and every one of them on a wonderful, wonderful performance. Undoubtedly, Mervyn, captain, full forward, was my man of the match. It's a great occasion for Charleville people. It's a great day, and it's a great victory. Matthew, I'm breathless.
Kevin, that makes two of us. I won't say too much. There are scenes of unadulterated joy out on that pitch. I see fellas cried, and never before cried. Fair play to every single one of them. Well done, lads. I see Eddie passing down there, Eddie O'Shea, who was no bad player himself. And Jimmy Keefe, proud father tonight.
Unbelievable scenes. There's another former goalie going down. Donny and Mary. Fantastic stuff.
Kevin, I'm getting out of here now. I want to get into the field. I'm getting out of here fast. We'll see you later on, lads, in the clubhouse.
I'd also like to thank the supporters that, without doubt, they've been there for the last couple of years. I know we haven't given them a whole lot to celebrate, but I hope we made up for today. There's also a few supporters that I couldn't let today go by without mentioning that unfortunately aren't here to witness this. The likes of Joe Kavanagh, Frank Grady. Yes. Carry O'Shea. I'm sure they're happy wherever they are today. Finally, I'd like to congratulate Dromina. We'll have to play them a few times, and they got the better hand on a couple of occasions. But this more than made up for today. That's it. tonight, lads. Come on. Bravo. Go to the pub. Come on. Put him in this afterwards. Come on. Come on. Goes right.
Enjoy yourself now. Well done, bro. Quick.
Thanks. Wait. Oi.
But he had a good referee. Yeah, we were thinking about it.
Huh? What do you mean to tell me what happened? They did. They got to go to the conference. Yes. There was some chance
That was well wet, boy.
Come on, Charlie.
No, we're on the video. We'll be watching it tomorrow. We got one away.
Hurling one out.
Jesus Christ.
This is hilarious, eh?
Are you guys holding on that side now? Yeah. Charlie, look at us. Stop chasing me.
I'm done.
Yes, indeed. And just about an hour after, we're still gathering our thoughts, and we're all absolutely delighted here. Two of my great buddies over a long number of years, and it gives me great personal pleasure to interview them on this great day. Tony, it's your 11th season playing. I'd say you thought you'd never see this day.
Well, I suppose it was 11 long years. We were inclined to think we wouldn't see it, but under Tony Butler this year, the atmosphere was super, and we knew that it would take a fair team to beat us this year. And everyone knuckled down from the first night we started training, and we got a reward here today now. So hopefully it's only a start to better things.
DJ, it's also your 11th season. You've seen the good. You've seen the good with the bad. I'd say you never thought this day would be possible either.
Oh, it's a long time coming, Kevin. I think I've been generous to tell us that it's 11 years. I think we're at it a long while now, but this year, like, there was a silent confidence in the team all through the year, and we went about it in the right manner. The management were excellent. They treated us like the adults we were, and the club were excellent behind us. So we were all in the one boat this year, and the year maturity onto the lads, and the average age of the team now is about 23, and we were delighted out today that we stood up to them both physically and in anything that they were throwing at us today, and we came out on top.
For a long time, lads, Dromina had been your bogey team. They had beaten you in the final in '98. They had beaten you at semi-final stage last year, and they had beaten you in the second round in '97. Did you ever think that hoodoo was going to be broken?
Well, I suppose it had. The hoodoo was there to be broken, like, so it was kind of up to the 15 lads or 23 lads in the whole panel, you know. But as I said, this year there was a steely determination that if we didn't do it this year, that was the end of this team. So just hopefully this will lead to bigger things.
Yeah, I'd agree with Tony on that. There was, like we'll say, the ifs and buts can happen about 97, 98, and last year, with the long and the short of it was they beat us. The average age of their team is probably 27 or 8. Ours is about 22 or 3, and I think the year's experiences will stand to the lads. The important thing now, I think, is that it'll be a hollow victory unless we want and win the county. The county's there to be won, and we're going to be all out for the county.
Strangely, this was our third North Cork final since winning it in '96. You're the longest serving members, and strangely, as I said in my commentary earlier, it was both years only second final. As DJ, you missed the '95 final, and Tony, you were dropped for the '98 final. So it was lovely to come back and win a medal. A lot of people said you were the old man in the full back line, but you certainly proved your worth there today.
Well, I suppose just as you get older, you move back in line, so we're going back into the corners now, the two of us. But I'll tell you one thing, we're staying there for a couple of years. We're not going yet.
But I think the important thing on today is we'll celebrate the victory. We'll celebrate it tomorrow. But the important thing is to get back to the pitch and Tuesday and Wednesday night. We've the Glen next Saturday week, and we'll be all out to take the county at first attempt.
At half-time, it didn't look on, lads, I thought, from my position. It wasn't the best of first halves. You went in level. Did Mervyn tear the bollocks off you, or did Tony at half-time?
No, I think we always finish stronger. The first half has always been our bogey, but we knew that when we were level with them, we were going to take it in the second half.
We hurled in the first half, and that if we hurled in the second half, all we'd pull away from, which kind of the way it worked out.
We head off down the tunnel.
I think it's going to be a long week. I don't think there'll be any hurleys made this week, Smith.
I don't think so.
No Black and Deckers this week?
No, I don't think so. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, lads, and very well done. We are now joined by a delirious captain and coach, Mervyn. Mervyn, it gives me great honour to be interviewing you. You have been playing for a long number of years. Did you ever think you'd see this day?
Oh, I did, but for the last couple of years it didn't look like it was going to come. But I believe in this team. Like, they've put in a lot of effort since the start of the year, and I think we got what we deserve today.
Tony, you were the last man to captain this team back in '96. You are now the first man to turn around and coach them. Must be a great feeling.
Well, as I said last night, I'm every bit as good as Nicky English, like, and if he can do it, I can do it. I know, it's fantastic. Not just for me, but for the lads. Like, I mean, they're a great bunch of lads. Like, I mean, there's never any problems during the year. Maybe Mervyn and Paul had a few words every now and again, didn't talk to them when they were going home in the car. But other than that, like, I mean, they're a great bunch of lads. But, I mean, it doesn't stop here, Kevin. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm looking for the whole shebang.
You're looking for a county?
Well, we've been taking every game as a stud, you know. One game at a time is how we've done all year, like. And I'll guarantee you, we'll respect the Glen. Like, we were playing them Saturday week, and we'll respect them. Especially at Barnes, we would always respect them from the Glen, but they certainly wouldn't feel them.
As a player yourself, you had many great successes down the years. You won an All-Ireland club with the famed Bars in '75. How does this compare with it?
Well, I suppose it's every bit as good as '86 when I captained myself. Like, I mean, to be, you know, I always dreamt that someday I could put something back into the club. I tried before, we say, in the '80s, and things just didn't work out. And I actually nearly did it once with Shambley Moore. We lost by a point in the final. But I mean, to do it with your own club, I suppose, is what it's all about. And you know, the lads last year got 4,500. I'm sure I'm on most of it myself and Mervyn when this game is over.
Mervyn, you won a county minor medal, of course, back in '94. And we've been kind of waiting since that for this team to blossom. Today it certainly has. And you yourself, you scored, I think, 5-6 points from play. You had a marvellous game.
I believe we got it wrong to 7, Kevin.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I'll forgive you that. I don't know. It was always coming with this team. Like, they always said we had great potential and all that, but potential doesn't win the field. Like, you have to go out in the day and play.
Yourself and your brother Paul have a great understanding. He playing in the half forward line.
If he passes me a red ball, I just sit in my box. I don't talk to him going home in the car. You know yourself.
You know have equalled your father's feat. Your father was on the team in 70 and 74, so you know have to win a second medal to equal him.
Well, no, at least I can go back for dinner now without hearing about his medal, and I've something to come back with now. Obviously, I have my own now at this stage.
Tony, when you took this job back in January, an awful lot of people thought you were crazy.
We still do.
People Charleville hadn't won it for 14 years. How were they going to overcome this Dromina hoodoo? Did you see something special in this team all the time?
Definitely, I always thought it was there. Like, even though the night we came out in mid for last year, I said Christian Barnard wouldn't win with this team. But maybe I'm going to walk on water before the night's down, or walk on Murphy's or something. But I always had great faith in them. I mean, they're great players. Like, it's just, I always believe that someday that this team everybody's going to play, and it was close enough to it today. I mean, a lot of us reached their potential.
At half time, were you worried?
I wasn't really, because this last day above against Castledown it was 2 points each in the first round of the County Millennium Championship thing, and we just didn't play, and we seemed to be a second half team. And once we were in at half time, my mum was very happy, because in the second half there, the lads gave a fantastic display of hurling. Like, the score was 11 points, an awful lot for play. Like, and
you're not going to stop at this. You have county ambitions.
Kevin, I think we'd be off for a game not to. Like, I look for the best, like the same as, and I think the lads will too. I know they're going to enjoy the few days, and I'm going to enjoy them myself.
I think we'll all get pissed, Tony, will we?
Well, sure, Kevin says, for tonight we merry be, and roll on, and it couldn't happen to a better captain than Mervyn.
Well done, Tony. Mervyn, you worked out being a great captain. I was talking to a lot of the lads during the week, and they said that you were a great motivator. The role of captaincy seemed to suit you.
Well, they seem to take my example in training, after that, what can I say?
Good away. Mervyn, thanks.
Hey! We get over play there. We get over them first. Yeah,